What's up, y'all? It's your girl Jay Renee with Prison Ride Radio. I hope that you're doing well. This afternoon, we got a brother on the phone by the name of Edward Scott, and he is one of the founders of Wounded Healers of North Carolina. So we're gonna give him an opportunity to tell us more about himself, more about the org, and how we can help out. So let's jump right in there. All right, brother, how you doing?
I'm doing good, and I really appreciate you, Jay, have giving me the opportunity to be able to tell my story.
For sure.
Once again, my name is Edward Scott. I am one of the founders of an organization called Wounded Healers of North Carolina. I've also have lived experience myself. But what my organization do is we help individuals who's coming out of incarceration to be able to reacclimate back into the community with the right resources. Myself, I spent 29 years and 8 months incarcerated, and today my journey is to help others who failed at trying to make it out here in society and ended up in prison. And now what I try to do is show them that is a better life out here.
Okay, for sure. Well, definitely welcome home. And thank you for the work that you're doing, to try to extend some things to others. Um, so let's talk more about, the platform. So how did it come about?
Wounded Healers came about when I was incarcerated.
Okay.
Um, I had sat across from an individual named Tom McQuiston. I'm gonna say his name because he's a good friend of mine. He don't mind, and who is plus one of the founders of the organization. And I was sitting down at a table with him. Uh, I don't want to really get into the meat of how we sat down because it's a long story. But what I am going to say is this: when I sat down with him at the table, at a yoke filler table, which individual who's come from the outside, they come inside to fellowship with a lot of the guys that's incarcerated. I sat down with him and I said, Tom, I want to create something for individuals because I was about to get out. And
Right.
I said, I want to create something for individuals who need the support. Because at the time, I had a vast support system. And I saw a lot of other guys that was looking and hoping and yearning for the
Right.
same type of support when they get out, when they could be able to have someone direct them and help them in their transition.
Okay. Yeah, that's very important. Being able to have some type of support when you come out definitely affects recidivism. So the fact that y'all thought to come up with that, y'all pioneered something like that, that's something that was definitely needed. And I know many are appreciative. So let us know some of the things that you help provide people that are trying to, you know, get back into the groove.
You know what, Jay? I thought about that too, right? And I'm glad this question came up because I've been working on some more stuff, but I'm gonna get into the meat of most people that's incarcerated, even myself. When I first got out, the first thing I was thinking about was license. I was thinking about ID. I was thinking about all the things that necessity that you actually really need to be able to begin your transition. But then I begin to think about the post release syndrome. And what I mean by that is most people incarcerated think about the necessities, but they don't think about the stuff that happened after you get out, like the emotion part of it, the psychological part of being out here in society, and having a specific group of men and women that you can sit down and talk with that can help you go through those moments when life really shows up. So I've been working on trying to create um, another type of connection to Wounded Healers where we can be able to help individuals deal with that emotional part, that psychological, when life shows up. Because sometimes life is life, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes people can't handle that. And the first thing they do is they go back to either drugs,
Right.
back to class of crime, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So that's what I'm dealing with now.
Yeah, I think that's a very big part that's important for it because you can have a lot of different type of assistance, but if your mind ain't right, the body follow, right? So I think that
Exactly.
paying attention to that and focusing on ensuring that people are good mentally is definitely a plus, bro. We definitely commend y'all on that. So let me ask you this. Tell us how we can see more about you. Like what's your websites and stuff like that.
You know what? It's crazy, right? Because I've been out now, I've been out 5 years and some change, right? About
Uh-huh.
5 years, about 5.5 years, and I'm still not connected to this internet stuff, right?
That's
But
all right.
we Wounded Hills of North Carolina. You could reach us at Wounded Hills of North Carolina. You could Google it, right?
Uh-huh.
And we are a legit company. I am on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, and I'm on TikTok as well.
Okay.
The handles, all you gotta do is look up Edward Scott. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not
I
familiar
got
with
you, bro.
technology when it comes to knowing these handles and stuff like that, but I am on these platforms.
Well, I got you, bro. So I got you. So if y'all want to
I
connect,
appreciate you.
oh, for sure. If y'all want to connect with Wounded Healers, North Carolina, on Instagram, it's the word wounded dot healers dot nc. That's wounded dot healers dot nc, and then you can pull straight up to their website also, which is woundedhealersnc.org. Again, that is woundedhealersnc.org. I will be sure to put these links in the description so they'll be at y'all fingertips so y'all can see more and support and things like that. So, brother, tell us some of the things that the future holds. I know that, like, what do you aspire and hope for this platform to really become?
My vision, Jay, my vision and my mission right now is to meet individuals at the gate with care packages, with job placements. Let them know. But the main thing I really want to do is be able to go back into this prison system, which I could because I still was on parole. But now I'm on parole. I still got to wait another 6 months now before I could be able to go back in, because they make you wait a year after you get off parole to be able to go back into the system. So my goal and my vision is to be able to work with the penal system with trying to find resources for females and males that's already in prison. Because I feel like if you don't catch them while they're in prison and try to wait till they come out, because most people don't work on themselves. I'm not gonna say everybody. I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of people don't work on themselves while they're in prison. So when they get out of prison, they lost. And then when they lost, they have no direction, no one to hold their hand. They go to the organizations, but they really don't know what the organizations are about. And then when it's not working, when they want it to work, they get upset, they get mad, and then they start doing the things that they used to do. So I
Right.
want to catch them while they're in prison, and then work with them. And then when they get out, they automatically can be set housing, ID, and dealing with the emotional and the psychological of this world.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. Like I said, we definitely commend you for that because that's important. I'm gonna make sure that I link you up with some organizations that I know in North Carolina that I think that you'll fit in great with, that are also um working in that same sector. They gonna get y'all right. They gonna help y'all out. If they are who they
I appreciate it.
portray themselves to be, they definitely gonna pick y'all under their wing. Before
I
we go,
appreciate it.
brother. Oh yeah, you got it. Before we go, I always like to give people an opportunity to address the listeners, where you can drop some gems. You can talk about some things we might have missed. You can bust out in a freestyle if you want to, but it's your it's your opportunity to
Dude,
just
because I told
address.
my wife last night, because she in the car with me listening, because I wanted her to be a part of
Yeah,
this journey. You know what I'm saying? This community that we got. You know what I'm saying? That we trying to bring forth. You know what I'm saying? And give people that's on the outside that never been in prison the light of how they are good people that's in prison. You just made some bad decisions.
right. Absolutely. Well, I want to give you the floor, brother. So go ahead and drop some knowledge on us.
I want people to just listen today, right? To know that change is possible. It is possible, regardless of you if you've been to prison or not. I'm living proof of that. You know what I mean? I done 29 years and 8 months in the Department of Correction, and I didn't let that, define who I am as a person. So I want people to understand that whatever you're going through, and I'm talking to myself as well when I'm sharing it with you guys, whatever you're going through, know that, well, number one, if you hold on to God, right? That's number one. And number two, if you believe in yourself, you can overcome anything.